Okay, so there is one thing. The first thing that I see when I download this project is that in the root we see pip file, and we also see local.settings.json. But they are in the wrong place because they should be inside the folder where we have the Azure functions. So local.settings.json we should remove to NeighbourlyAPI folder, and that this pip file in here looks similar. Like we also have a requirements text file in here. Oh, sorry, there is a pip file. There is a pip file in the root, but the dependencies, they are how can I say? They are all together, like the dependencies that we need for the Azure, for the functions, they are together with the dependencies that we need for our front-end app, the Flask app. And for the Neighbourly API, we don't have any dependencies file, like when we start. So we only have, oh no, we have requirements actually. We have, in requirements, we have Azure Functions and PyMongo. So we should be fine with that. And what else? Yeah, this pip file in here, we don't need it because it is in the wrong place, but I hope the Neighbourly frontend has the right dependencies. Flat. Okay, and also host.json. We have host.json in here, which has version extension bundle, and then we also have this one here. We don't need this one in here, so we can delete because it is in the root folder of the project. Yeah, this pip file, I suppose it should be inside the Flask repo. In there we have Flask, request, bootstrap, REST+, Swagger. We will leave it here from now. Let me see. Requirements and pip file. Okay, so for our Flask app, we don't need Azure Functions because it's only a web app which does not use Azure Functions, so we can delete it. And also, it's dangerous, the rest should be fine. This pip file, what does it have? It has Flask, requests. One more thing that I would like to say is in the Neighbourly frontend app, they provide already a VM file in which has all of the libraries that we need. But in this library that they provide, it seems they use Werkzeug 1.0.1, which I don't think will work. I think we are going to have an error. I'm going to leave this in here for now because, as I said, there are some things wrong with the requirements they provided. But anyway, when we get there, let's see if it works. If it doesn't, we change to one version that works. Okay, where was I? And we are in the Neighbourly. Okay, we can start with the Azure App Functions. So we can go to the Azure portal. We need to open specifically the folder where our Azure API functions is located. So desktop, Udacity, Neighbourly, which is our Neighbourly API. And then we are going to receive a message, detect an Azure function project in folder that may have been created outside of VS Code. I'm going to say yes. Let's see what happens. And manually enter. I'll choose this one, Python 3.8.10, and then we are going to have a .venv initialized, and then we see that we have some packages in there initially. So it's installing. So it installed by Mongo, and it's also going to install Azure Functions, because that's what we have specified in our requirements file. So as you can see, Azure Functions, there is Bison, because Bison is inside PyMongo, and then I think we should be fine with this. And also we are using Python 3.8, that's the version I chose. So keep that in mind when we go to the Azure portal. So let's see, we have a function app. Let's create a new function app. So I'll create NeighbourlyApp RG, Neighbourly Journals, Neighbourly Journals Think app. We're gonna use code. We are going to use Python 3.8 in the case. The region, I'm going to use this one because I'm located in here, and it's also the same that I use for my resource group, I guess. Okay, let's review and create. Okay, it's deploying. Okay. Then let's go to our Azure extensions in here. also are gonna need to create a MongoDB database. Yeah, for the Cosmos DB database, I basically just use the CLI commands. So, but we can try to use the portal. Let me see. I'll try to use the portal this time. So, Cosmos DB. And I will create an Azure Cosmos DB API for Mongo. Neighborly account name. Neighborly journals. MongoDB. I will use serverless just because it's cheaper and it's on-demand stuff. Let's see what else we have. Global distribution, available zones, networks, backup policy, encryption, tags review crate. So hopefully it should be fine. So if you're going to create with the command line, you need to use this one. Make sure you specify the kind MongoDB, otherwise it's going to use default document if you use Azure CLI. It's going to take some time. In the meantime, we can see what kind of changes we need in the code itself. So local server search. Okay, this one I'm gonna do a little bit different. Yes. So I created this file, unit of work, in my root folder. Unit of work .py, and in here I placed all of the code that I'm gonna need to use to make the MongoDB queries. I did this just because I wanted my code organized. There is a design pattern called unit of work. Like, it's usually used to make CRUD operations in databases. So it's just a way to put all of my methods related to the database query in only one place. So, but of course you can do as you want. It's just do it how you like it. Like, if you want to put the code directly by yourself in here, like for every init file that we have, like, you can do this. It's just, I just find it more organized to do it this way. So, and there is basically I just import PyMongo in here, and then I put my config credentials in this class config, where I get to the URL from the environment and also the MongoDB name. So in my settings in here, I will create one for MongoDB connection string, where I will place my MongoDB connection string, which, okay, my account seems to be ready. So make origin is MongoDB. We can go to our connection string. We can get the primary connection string and place it in here. And I also placed my MongoDB name I get from the environment. But of course you can just put something like this with the name of the database that you created. I don't know, for example, my DB. I just did it this way because I don't want the name of my database to get exposed. So that's why I did it this way. So I will create another one. Application settings. And then I think I don't remember how I called my other one. Maybe something like this. Okay. So coming back, and then I just created a class, Mongo unit of work, and then once I call this Mongo unit of work, I will initialize my client and the DB, because yes, we need to get the URL, which we are doing in here. Then we need a oops, I'm sorry. we need a client and our database name. So after that we get a client, a database, and then based on what we are doing, in which collection we need to get, we do our operations. So after that I created one get all, which would be equivalent to query all of the data in certain collection. So we just need to provide the collection name and query all of this by using collection.findResult. Also I created one get one to just get one entry of that collection based on the collection name and the ID. So then yeah, we get collection name from the DB like we would do in here, and a query, we use find one. Also delete by ID, in which we would delete one entry of the collection based on the collection name and ID. Collection name, ID, and then use the delete one. Also update by ID, the same thing, provide the collection name and ID, and also a request, because we need to provide the data that we want to update, so which we provide in the body request. Okay, then we get this collection, filter by ID, and update using set, and the update request. And then another one is insert one for when we want to insert one entry into the collection. So the same thing, we provide collection name and also the request, which is the body of our request, which will contain the data we want to insert, and then insert one. And then starting from init, I will just copy and paste from my other project. For example, for create advertisement, then I will import a unit of work. We don't need PyMongo here anymore because we already did that in the other file. Oops. And then in the try, I will use this thing in here instead. So I will call my unit of work. I tell that the collection name that I want is advertisement, and then I call the insert one method, providing collection name and also the request body that I want to input. Then we should be fine. We don't need to do anything in here, it's already fine. We just use post and we provide an output a response as an output. It's a output response. So we can close that. And also now let's go to the next one, delete advertisement. For delete advertisement, I'll also copy and paste from my other one. So I also import the unit of work. I don't need these ones in here anymore, so I'll just replace them. And then in the try, I just would do that. Return. Oops, no. Wait, let me see if I try accept. Okay, I just added a message because before it didn't provide any message, so I just added a message in here for HTTP response. So we are calling the unit of work. We provide the collection name that we want to use for delete one and try. Then we provide this collection name and the ID of the entry that we want to delete. Okay. And then, yeah, for function, we see that we have delete, so it's fine. For event hub trigger, let's skip this one. We don't need this right now. For get advertisement, let me go back to get advertisement. Out. Yes, for get advertisement, I will do the same. Func. Use dumps. And then in the try, it's a bit polluted with these, I don't know. I will just delete. Hopefully it works. If ID try collection advertisements, dump results, print result. Okay, I consider this is fine. Also, yeah, we have get and post for this one. Next, get advertisements. Yeah, for this one. For this one, we have get and post, but we only need get. So you can delete if you want, but if you leave it here, there is no problem. Like you won't get any error. So yeah, you can just leave it there. Now we go to get advertisement. Now let's go to get advertisements. For get advertisements, I do the same. Get advertisements. Dumps. And then result dump collection. And then yeah, so we provide the collection name that we want to get, and then just call get all and dump the collection. So should be fine. And then let's go to get post. for get post. Dumps. In the try. We now we are using posts, so collection name posts, get one, provide the collection name that we want and the ID that we want to delete. Okay. Now the last one, get posts. In the get posts, we do the same. Dumps. Logs. And then yeah, the same thing we did for collection, but now with posts. Okay, get posts should be fine. Now let's go to the last one, date advertisement. Update advertisement, the same thing, import the unit of work. Azure Func. We don't need this in here anymore. Okay, then we updated everything in the API file. Now let's see if we can ignore host.json. Local settings, okay. Let's go back to our database. Overview. So we don't have any collections yet in our, sorry, this one is wrong in my settings. My settings should be, I will edit connection string primary neighborly genus. Ok, aqui. Let's see if we can find this database in our extensions. So I will refresh, and I can see neighborly genus. We don't have any collections in here. Oh, we don't even have a database. Okay, so we can create a database. The database name, neighborly DB. neighborly DB. Okay. And then we can import, can create a collection. Collection name, we have advertisements. I hope I typed right. And we also have the posts. So let me see. Advertisements and posts. Yeah, we need to have the same one as in here. Advertisements. Okay, advertisement and posts. And then we have this simple folder that was provided to us. Where is it? Oh, it's not here, it's in the root folder. Okay. I would just open another instance of Visual Studio. And I'll open this one. So, okay, in the root folder, we have this simple data, where we have some simple data for ads and simple posts.json. So basically what we need to do, now that we have our database set up, oops, what did I do? Nothing, hope. Yeah, we go to our extensions and we just need to import document into a collection, and then we will choose that file. Audacity, neighborly, jammers, and neighborly simple data. So for advertisements, we just click on this one, and then when you're going to see that we have these. But actually this is a bit wrong. It's because as you can see, for example, if we go to the get posts, like when we are query something, like get one, we query by using the ID, but ID is an object ID, and the way we imported the data, it's not an object ID. It's just a field like any other field. So this is this is going to be a problem for us. Like if you want to keep it like this, you can keep it like this, but in your unit of work, you just take off object ID. You just leave it like this, and then it will work. If you want to leave it like this. But if you actually want to make it an object ID, then I'm going to show you how to fix it. So I will just go back. So the way you can fix this is, oh my god, where am I? Simple. Okay, here. You just delete this ID stuff that you have here, and then ID is going to be object ID is going to be generated automatically for you. So just delete, and do the same for posts. Oh, actually I am in posts, okay. So in simple dot for advertisements also do the same. Okay, then I will close it. And then I will delete because I will import again. Okay, and posts. Okay. Import that into a collection. And simple data. And now we have as object ID. So we have ID, we have this OID, which stands for object ID. So now we can use this object ID. Okay, now let's do the same for posts. Simple data, posts, and then we have this. Okay, let me see if the name of my DB is right. MongoDB name, Neighbourly Jammers MongoDB. Okay, so hopefully we should be fine. Let's see our functions. In our functions, what we have, let's see, in Neighbourly. And I'll just change this interpreter here because let me check. Oops. Differently. DW MS cd.vnv cd.vnv I think use lib or bin in Python. Interpreter path. Python. So I was just changing. I was just telling VS Code to use the VNV that was this .vnv folder that was generated in the beginning. Okay. Let's see if I go back here. So there is something local functions. So you see local project functions. So as you can see, it looks into our local folder and check for possible Azure functions that we have in our local folder. So okay, so it's showing fine everything. Oh my god, wait. cd and okay, we are in the right place. Let's try to do funky start, and let's see if it works. And failed to decrypt settings. Okay, encrypted settings. This is a problem in here. Is encrypted, we need to put to false. And then also we don't have our other connection string, so we need to update this local function. How can we do this? We can use this function here, Azure function app, fetch app settings, and then the name of our function app. So what I will do, I will just the function app name. I think there is also a button to sync. Oh no, there's a button to refresh. Application settings. Let's see, we have click to view. Oh no, sorry, I'm the wrong function. Actually, we are using this one. In application settings, we don't have the new variables that we added. So yes, we need to sync them. We can do this by using that command. So our function app, how is it called? Oops, sorry. Oh no. Let's start this one. And then we use this whole command function app, fetch app. I hope it works. I'll just save everything.
I'm sorry, the function app name is there is not an neighbor. Just check that in command line.
Yeah, sorry, thank you. But there is no space in here. Maybe there is an easier way to do it, but that's how I did it. So as you can see, now we have application sites. Oh, sorry. There is one thing that I didn't do. I didn't save. I think. Did I save? Yes, I didn't save my connection strings. Yes, I created those, but I didn't save. So they are not here anymore. I'll need to create again. Configuration. So I need to go there again. Connection string, primary connection string is this one. Let me see how I called it. I called it MongoDB connection string. And also I created one for the MongoDB name. My MongoDB Oops, my MongoDB name is I hope it's right. And then I'll save it. Okay. Okay, it seems to be right. Let's do it again. Let's look our local settings. Okay, now we have MongoDB connection string, and we also have MongoDB name, which I hope is right. But just to make our conscience clear, maybe we can find it somewhere in here in the Mongo. Let me check. I think we see this in data. Browse collections, advertisements, or we can actually go to overview. Data Explorer actually. Data Explorer. I want to copy this name. Okay. I just feel safer if I copy and paste because I am afraid that I just do a typo. But of course, as I said before, you can just instead of getting from the OS environment, you can just do it like this with the name of your database. But I'm just doing this for security reasons, because I don't want to expose the name of my database. Okay, seems it was right. Oh no. Okay, I didn't. Okay, so hopefully all should be fine. Let's open Postman. Let's see if it will work. Let's also do func and start. Func start. Let's see if things are gonna go fine. Okay, we have some errors. And it's also in line inside unit of work, line 3. Okay, it seems we don't have PyMongo installed. Oh, sorry. Yes, I did something a bit stupid. Actually, let me just remember one command. I don't remember things. Actually, if we just do this, yes. Key error. Line 7. It's not getting. So this one is coming as new, as known. It's coming as known. MongoDB is string. Show value. Show value. Indentation in each byte. Okay, something is not indented right somewhere. Let me see where. Is in Azure Function Core 2. I didn't have this problem before, but that's weird because it's not showing error in the files we changed. It's showing errors in another thing. It's showing errors in Azure Functions Core 2. let me try another thing. Requirements. Azure Core. Install Azure Core. And then Azure Cosmos, install Azure Cosmos, and install Azure Functions, install by Mongo. Okay, and then let me see my Python version. Okay, then let's try to see. Okay, that's weird because it's working, but it showed me some weird error in here. I don't know why, but it's working fine. So it's getting get advertisements and it's getting posts. Fine.
Can you explain, if you?
Sorry.
Can you explain what is event hub trigger for? Like, do you know about that? I guess the error is coming from the previous file.
From the previous file?
No, the event hub trigger, the file which is.
Sorry, I don't understand you.
The event hub trigger. The error is in that part, I guess.
Yes, but we are not working on this yet. This is the last step. The this one is coming from Azure Function. I think it's just because I'm using version 3.8 of Python. You see, it's showing user local Sela Azure Functions Core 2, Python 3.8. Worker, yeah, some weird error, but it seems to be working fine. Let's try to test the other endpoints. Sorry. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 endpoints which use the HTTP request. So as you can see before, I created a Postman collection. If you are interested in this Postman collection, I posted this on my GitHub repo in this NeighbourlyApp, and then there is a Postman collection folder in which I posted there. Then you can import in your Postman, and then you can use these endpoints. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's try to delete one. So let's go to our database. Let's try to delete this ID. Let's see if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and tries. So let's replace this ID. Let's see if it's going to work. So we have a 200. Okay, let's refresh our database. Now we have a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it seems to be working. Now let's test the git add. Let's git add this one, which is about food distribution. 200. Okay. Does it show anything to us? Okay, this one. Get. Oh, sorry, I got from posts. I should get from advertisement. Lost cat reward if you found. Okay, lost cat reward if you found. We have this. Now let's get advertisements. So we get all of our advertisements. Now get post. Let's get this one. Sit culpa Loren. Sit culpa Loren. Okay. Now let's get all the posts. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 posts. Now let's update. Air conditioner, Postman, advertisement. Let's pick one advertisement that we want to change. Let's pick this one. Lot cat reward if found. We put this ID in here, and then air catch. I don't know. Cat. Something like this. Okay, let's try to send it. And then we shouldn't have the lost cat anymore. We should have air conditioner. Oh no, huh? Let's see 61. Let's update. Yeah, and then you can see now we have this updated. And now let's see the post. Let's create an advertisement. Then let's just put new advertisement. Advertisement from post. Then we should have 6 or no 5, because we have 4. Let's update. Let's see if we have 5. Okay, we have a new one. Okay, and then yeah, we test all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they all seem to work fine locally. Now let's try to deploy it. Let's see if it's going to work. So for deployment, we just need to go to our functions and click on this one and choose the name of our function app. Then we can see the output logs in the output tab in our terminal. Okay, let's see the get advertisement. Let's see if it works. It seems to be working fine. Get posts, yeah, also seems to be working fine. And the rest you can test the same way, but instead of using local host, you use the name of your app that is deployed, like this one instead. So let's try to do that for advertisements. Oh no. Get advertisement, duplicate, and okay, yeah, you just do that and then you should be fine. So this is, I guess, part 1 of the exercise. Connection with stream. Yes, we did everything that is in here. Yeah, so just, oops, there's someone that wants to enter. Okay. So I'm just gonna show you one thing that maybe it's important for you. Yeah, just so our requirements, they are fine. I think we just need these Azure functions and PyMongo. I think if we only have that, we should be fine. But anyhow, if you want to, like, for example, if you installed another dependencies before, you can do this. Pip freeze requirements, and then let's see what's going to happen. And then you're going to have all of the dependencies that you installed after that. So after that, we installed Azure Core, Azure Cosmos, and then this certify and ensure that maybe it's because the other libraries, they need them, so they were installed automatically. But it's important to do this after you finish your project. So when you upload your Azure functions to the cloud, then you have your dependencies updated, because you might have forgotten some dependencies or something like that. So yeah, just do this to make sure that the dependencies that you have locally are the ones that you are uploading to your cloud environment. So I think that's it for now. Let's give it a pause, okay? Because it's 1 hour and a half now, and then we can continue